What's going on, everybody? Your man Tone Space. First, I want to say pardon me. I know I'm looking a little rough right now, looking like, my hair looking like some bust. I just got back from work, didn't have time to shower and everything, but the time is, I got a lot of shit to do, so I'm just trying to fit this in real quick. Doing this quick review video of Stylz, who came out with the song Vengeance, the Tone Space diss track, and I want to give my review, or my reaction rather. While listening to it, I'm going to react to a few lines as I hear it going on. Then at the end of the song, I'm going to give an overall review as well as a bit of a critique, right? Now, I also want to track y'all attention to this side of the screen at the bottom. You have an album that's available now, Tone Space Future Man, 14 dope-ass tracks. I did it a long time ago, so you get that for $8. At the top, we got the album that's coming soon, Tone Space Icon. I'm a good 14, 15 songs already done. I'm trying to get 19 songs done, and then I might still just cut that shit down to 15 and reserve the other 4 for a next album. I'm working. I do music a lot, and the beautiful thing about Icon, all the tracks are produced by me. I barely even use any samples, just on I think 2 tracks. I also got another EP in the works with my homie Damien, Black Legend Music Group. That's the movement. That's my partner in that. We're the CEOs of that, and it's gonna pop off. First artists are gonna be us, and then we're signing people and all that fly stuff too. Now, yeah, you're gonna find Icon. You could currently find Future Man on everything: Spotify, Google, with the Jay-Z shit, Tidal, iTunes, Apple Music, all the streaming services, all the music commercial copying services is everywhere. Your mom's probably selling it at her church for all I know, most likely. So, and if she's not, you tell her to cop it and give it to the nice good church folk. Anyway, we're gonna get into this real quick, so let's get it started. Let's play this new joint. It's by Stylz of NUTWARD TV, and it's called Vengeance, Tone Space Diss. Let's get it. Where we at? Mute my mic.
Giant, known for ingenious rhyming. They'll be defiant till they get beaten silent. Please advise him he is violent. Lead major, don't compete with minors. Prometheus, you gon' need this fire.
2 bars right there. Lead major, don't compete with minor. That's a bar. And the Prometheus fire. I fuck with it. Let's go. Well, let me also say I like the beat. I like the beat selection, whether you produced it yourself or somebody else did it. It's a great choice of track. That kind of raspy dungeon RZA type shit. That's kind of like Stylz' patented track that he likes to rock on. All right, let's get it.
Be inspired, get your jersey and your team retired. Kano, rip out your heart out without reach inside you. You plateaued your whack flow, but you're reaching higher. Never see the peaks and out here. My shit will keep you climbing. They insisted I've been beaten by him. Need to be reminded to compete with me. He need to be breathing fire.
Okay, the fact that there was a good maybe 4 different bars that may be tough to recall all 4, that says enough in itself. And you know what, I'm not just gonna keep pausing this shit every couple lines. So just by virtue of that alone, that's dope, because he's doing a nice little bar fest here. So I fucks with it. Let's go.
There's a beast deep inside you. Stay in your lane or move to the side, nigga. We don't need to be colliding. You don't got your gun, you're gonna need your knife. If it's static, you acting erratic, we gon' need to fight cool. He's a fool. Really wanna beef with dude? War, carnivore. You're about to be consumed. Sadistic, another bitch needs abuse. You must be confused. Trying to compete with who? I need women and children to leave the room. Bitches and kids evacuate. This means you too. It's obvious you forgot you spitting to. You're minuscule. You mentioned my name 3 times, so I'm Beetlejuice. I'm the headache that you get when you don't think it through. Looking like you want a Pokemon, we take a peek at you. I'd rather punch you in the face than speak to you. Put you in a squeeze to see the juice leak from you. He's a fruit. I've been the reason behind the wreath or 2. People need to calculate dollar amount of things removed. Misery loves company. It's me and you, relieving you of everything meaningful. powerful in a single move. ST the goon, your spirit limits you. Your flow ain't intricate cause it's overfilled with syllables. In the shit with wishes of getting views, but just like space, it's some shit nobody can get into. Conflicted mental, mix does fit you. White boys dismiss you, niggas ain't fucking with you. Suffer from an issue, we wonder what's up with you. When you snap and we laugh because ain't nothing rough up in you. You tough as tissue, intimidating as a fucking pillow pantomime. Acting out the shit that I will do. You're feminine, I sense that bitch that's within you. Gladiator, the crowd cheers when I kill you. Criminal, commit acts that I'll never admit to. Outside your window in a mask, will this news fit you?
Okay. Let me talk about
major, it. Don't compete with minors.
Okay. Yes, that was a bar. You all right, sir? All right, let's get it. Now I heard this while I was finishing up work. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I heard most of this verse a couple months ago because he spit it. He had wrote this like a while ago, or at least much of this a while ago, and I thought the shit was dope. I was hoping that someone, James Gordon, Trollfather, someone would have archived it, V-dub somebody, and put that up there. So I'm glad that this actually finally made it to a song. Like I said, the beat selection is dope. It's a classic Stylz beat with the soulful and all that fly stuff like that. Stylz also did his patented same rhyme structure, e-oo-oo. You know, I'm just sounding it out, but basically he was rhyming that, you know, that 4-syllable cadence throughout the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty impressive if you could carry on that same rhyme scheme throughout a whole stream of bars. I mean, I've done it too, but like that's kind of like his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's his That's his whatever mitzvah. I don't even know if that's the right Jewish. Forget it. But that's his thing. That's his your thing, as he would say, right? Yeah. So you know, it was dope as a diss song. Here's the nice thing about this, right? It fits as a diss song if you're in the sector and you fuck with this and you know who I am and you know the little spat we had and everything. However, it's also abstract enough where it could stand alone as a track on an album. It's not so mentioning, like he didn't say tone space, I'm dissing you. You know what I'm saying? He just threw a couple lines there where if you in the know, you in the know. If you're not in the know, you could still rock with it. It just sounds like a standard for anybody like battle bar song. You know what I'm saying? Couple dope lines there. The mixed thing, the white people, the black people don't fuck with you, really doesn't apply to me. I'm from East Harlem now, and I'm just from New York in general, so we don't really go through that, which is a whole nother video. Like people that have like a racially amorphous look as myself, but at the same time, that is a good bar. Like if you are gonna like get at somebody that got like a mixed features or whatever, that is like, you know, a good jab to take. What else he hit on there? He hit the feminine thing a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Quite a bit. Now, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I don't have like the roughest features in the world, so I can see that. Those are good. You know, that's understandable bars as well. I give that a thumbs up. So yeah, I all in all, I think it's dope. There's one line he said around the time when he was talking about jumbling the syllables, and there's some word that he said that I couldn't quite make out. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's nothing. You know, it's probably just a re-record and it'll be understood what he said. But so yeah, all in all, on the 1 to 10, I give it an 8. You know what I'm saying? I give it a solid 8. Beat everything. Now, if I have to critique it on some what could have been better, and I would say it'll be the sound quality. And Stylz, as you said, you mastered it yourself. You ain't fucking with Mikey London or whoever because they want some bitch ass shit or whatever. So you mastering it yourself. All in all, it's a fairly decent mix, but the verse sounded a little too hollow. If that's the right word, it didn't sound like it was sunk. It didn't sound like it was stereopic into the, you know, into the track. It didn't feel like it was glued to the track, which is like, you know, I be mastering a lot of my shit too, and these are a lot of things I had to learn and still am learning. I've learned like a few tricks here and there, but yeah, that is something that is pretty easy to kind of fix, and I want to show you something here. If I could pull this thing up. This is what I do, right? To give my vocals a more stereo sound and to make it sound more integrated into the track so it doesn't sound like it's removed from the beat. I'm just gonna Give you a little quick demonstration of what I do. Window capture. There we go. Okay, now whatever program you use to render your waves and to, you know, mix it up, it don't really matter. It could be Adobe, it could be Acid. They pretty much have this pretty same formula. So if you're not familiar with this program, don't worry about it. You know, just apply these same rules and jewels to whatever you're using. If you haven't already, maybe you do, I don't know. But it sounds like the vocals could use a little bit of more integration. All right, now here's an example, right? These are, and I still got to mix this down. These are the raw vocals that Port City sent me for the Icon remix we doing.
Cross my path, survivor of the fittest. The kick your body, Lord, I'm so tempted. Beat pop, leave a nigga disfigured. If I lose my cool, guarantee you lose a family member. Street cross my path, survivor of the fittest. The kick your body, Lord, I'm so tempted. Beat pop, leave a nigga disfigured. If I lose my cool, guarantee you lose a family member. Street sour, that's why XO goddamn bitter. Fuck a rope, now they use the law to hang a nigga. Cage a nigga, we modern day slaves, my nigga.
Now, that's just the raw vocal. Now, what I like to do to make it sound integrated into the track and have like a more stereo sound is this right here. I pan, like I take the main vocal, right? Right here it says 0, which is usually the standard volume that you keep it. But always with your vocals, you never want them to be on the exact center track. You always want to move it a little to the left or a little to the right, like at least maybe 3%, 3 to 5% to the left or right, right? Your main vocal. And then what you want to do is you want to double it up. You want to make a copy of it, right? So you make a copy of it. I already did it in this example. You know that the second one under here is an exact copy of the first. Now, after you make a copy, you want to move it a little off. See, like, if it were, I already did it though, but if it were here like this, it would be like exactly lined up. It would be an exact copy and it would sound a little something like this.
Cross my path, survivor of the fittest. The kick your body, Lord, I'm so tempted. Heat pop, leave a nigga disfigured. If I lose my cool, guarantee you lose a family.
Little ad lib also in there, so that convolutes it a little bit, but you get what I mean. Now, what you want to do is the copied version of the vocal, you want to move it off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You want to make it trail, right? And then when you play it, it's going to sound like this.
Cross my path, survivor of the fittest. The kick your body, Lord, I'm so tempted.
Maybe even move it a little more, right? You really want it to sound like it's behind it. Give it a good echo, kind of. Check it.
Cross my path, survivor of the fittest. The kick your body, Lord. Cross my path, survivor of the fittest. The kick your body, Lord, I'm so tempted. Heat pop, leave a nigga disfigured. If I lose my cool, guarantee you lose a.
Now, like that, it sounds too doubled up. It don't really sound right. But the key, once you do that, after that, right, what you want to do is the copied vocal that you just moved a little to the right. See this part right here that I'm playing with? This is if it's on the center channel. This is if it's at the left or the right. Now you could either move it way to the left or to the right. I like to move it to the right, like maybe anywhere from 80 to 100%, right? So let's do it at 85%. And then it's going to sound like this.
Cross my path, survivor of the fittest. The kick your body, Lord, I'm so.
You know, you're going to hear it on the right side of the speaker as well. But what you want to do is you want to turn the volume significantly down. Well, I kind of already had it like that. Let's say, all right, if the main vocal's at 0, maybe put it at like 15, right? And then
cross my path, survivor of the fittest. The kick your body, Lord, I'm so tempted. Heat pop, leave a nigga disfigured. Cross my path, survivor of the fittest. The kick your body, Lord, I'm so tempted. Heat pop, leave a nigga disfigured.
all right, now what that does is it gives it a more stereo sound. It makes the vocal sound like it's more integrated in the beat, and it sounds like all around. You don't want the vocal to just be on the center channel, especially when you're mixing it into instrumentals, because when you make it sound a little off, a little to the right side or the left. Some people do both. Some people have it to the left and the right and the center, and then they just make it trail on both ends. So play with it, see what works for you, but that makes it sound way more integrated into the track itself. You know what I'm saying? So that's the tip right there that a couple people told me. Now you, Stylz, you have a deeper voice, so you really want to play with it. Like with my vocals, it's kind of easier to do that with a deeper voice. When you double the voices up, since you have those lows, that bass, if you don't do it, sometimes when you double a vocal off or make it trail off, it could give it more, it could really bring out that robotic sound, because that vibration of that bass, creates like a robotic effect. I learned this from dealing with from mastering bass and engineering bass in my tracks when I use bass in the music production that I do or whatever. And it works the same way with vocals. So play with it, see what works for you, and see what's good. But that's one thing. And then some programs like Adobe Audition, for example, has settings where you can it has like plugins that you could just select and it'll automatically give it that stereo sound for you. So play with it around a little bit or whatever. That's pretty much my only critique, was the quality of the vocals. It wasn't trash, it wasn't terrible, but it could sound more, it needs to sound more integrated into the beat, and it had a little bit of a hollowness to it. Take the hollowness away, give it that stereopity or whatever, give it that stereo sound, and make it sink into the beat. Oh yeah, also, I don't know if I covered this, also when you do that, you also want to lower it. Then that means your main vocal, if it was on the 0 channel and you're doing that stereo shit with it, you're gonna maybe put it on -2 or maybe like -1, negative, play with it, see what sounds good. Test it in headphones and in speakers. You always gotta do both. You got a whip. Car stereos are also good too, so you could also make little demos, see how it sounds in the Maxima or whatever. So that's my critique on that. Well, I was gonna say some other shit. I forgot what I was gonna say. Wait while I think. What the fuck was I gonna say? I don't know. Oh yeah, this is what I want to say. Because you also said you're thinking about getting another computer, right? Now, because this is Windows shit, whatever, but if you really want to get, fly with your shit, get you a MacBook Pro. You know what I'm saying? If you're thinking about getting another computer anyway, especially you talking about spending a G, invest in a MacBook Pro. It's excellent for music. You get that Logic Pro. It has like a whole bunch of plugins. The quality of the soundboard on Macs are better. So when you record, your music's going to be better off top. As I understand, you have 2 blue microphones. You got the standard blue shit, and you also have the Pro. I probably don't gotta say this, but definitely use your Pro when you're doing your vocals, because the Pro has 24 megahertz of sound, whereas the other one has 16. I just got a new microphone that's 24 megahertz as opposed to my current blue that I got, and so I record with the 24 megahertz mic. It ain't a blue, it's something else, but you see the difference like immediately. You know what I'm saying? That shit's official. But yeah, if you still thinking to get another computer, man, invest. Get you a MacBook Pro processor, at least an i7 or something. You know what I mean? At least 8 gigs of memory, 16 preferred. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I give that track a thumbs up. The vocals could be a little better. The bars were hard. Anytime my gauge for good bars and good rhymes, or if it makes me want to write. So yeah, that makes me want to write. Am I gonna write another diss song in response? Probably not. I done did that shit into the dirt. I got a whole Shots Fired album with 6 joints at Stylz along with other people. So probably not. I mean, if we could do it just on some entertainment shit, I'd be down too. But I ain't doing that. But I tell you what, I will do. My next verse that I write, which will probably be tonight, I will have that in mind. That track in mind, coming at me with hard ass bars. So even though what I'm gonna write isn't gonna be about Stylz per se, I'm still gonna have that on my psyche. Like, yo, I gotta come hard. This nigga was kind of spitting. You know what I'm saying? Between him and I also heard some new shit from Rock Nest Monster or whatever. So y'all two dudes are my go-to inspiration for coming with that fire. So yeah, speaking of which, like I said, cop that Future Man. It's now everywhere. iTunes, Apple Music, your mom's church, and cop that. The nigga on the corner that sell the dust, and then cop that Tone Space Icon coming real soon. I'm All tracks produced by me, barely even any samples. Matter of fact, the joint I played, Iacon, that's one of the ones with a sample and another track. But for the most part, it's me orchestrating. See that keyboard in the back, that cheap shit that's not a motif? That's the shit I use along with the Mac and along with the iPad. I got a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of fly shit of, you know, where I do my shit and make my production pop off. So yeah, man, that's what it is. Yeah. Peace.